hello from me, Lazarus. Welcome to the next lesson in the course on creating a website from scratch. We are currently working on my book, Creating a Website from Scratch. And let me just say that I'm currently working on its second part, in which we'll make the website that we've created responsive, and we'll look at new techniques in masterful design and a master's degree in CSS and responsive design. So, life and health, expect it soon. Now, here we are at Chapter 10, Do Features and Functionalities in CSS 3. Let's open the PDF file. Last time we looked at the min functions, the min and max functions. Now we're going to look at another very interesting function, calc. This is a very interesting and useful function that allows you to perform mathematical calculations directly in CSS. The calc function takes a single expression as its parameter, and uses its result as its value. You can specify an expression with mathematical operations, plus, minus, multiplication, division, but there are some peculiarities, which are as follows. First, it is only used when specifying values, for example, like this for width. Second option, it can also be used as setting some properties. Approximately with so in calc. So, the following is, you must leave spaces between numbers and arithmetic signs. If we write the expression like this, 100%-8px without spaces, it won't be valid, it won't count. It should be written like this, 100%-8px with a gap between them. And another extremely important thing, remember this, you can't work with calc in media queries. It doesn't work there. It's forbidden. It doesn't work. So for media queries you should use either min-max, the two above, or the next one we'll look at, clamp. So, with calc mixed units can be used. This is the most powerful thing about this function, as what we showed, 100%-8px. Before this, before its creation and use, it was very complicated. When we have percentages, we work with percentages, and at one point we have offsets set in pixels, frames set in pixels, and they break the design, when we can't get the other from one. It has to be roughly removed. It was a very complicated job in CSS back then, before this feature. When adding and subtracting two numbers, both must be lengths. There must be no dimensionless quantity. For example, this expression is invalid, 100%-8, simply. Definition, for the quantity that we are dividing by, it is the other way around. Here it is dimensionless, of course. And we can't write it like that. Now, 100% divided by 8%, and here it should be written like this, 100% divided by 8. So remember, when adding and subtracting, you have to have quantities. So, this is invalid for subtraction. However, for division it should be like this, and for multiplication, in fact one of the quantities should be dimensionless. The most important feature of the calc function, as I said, is that it can use mixed units, which gives many possibilities. And especially for adaptability, although it can't be used in media queries, but as it's all the same. Let's look at an example, in which we want to keep the distances between three blocks such that they are 30 pixels each on the left and right. But the blocks should be 1/3 of the total width of the parent block. In this case, body. If we try to set this to a block width, which is 33.33, outer padding, it won't work because it will break the layout. The solution is to use the calc function, by writing it like this, 100% divided by 3 minus 60 pixels. So all the pixels, 2 times 30, we take them out, and here's what the whole code will be in CSS styles, and this will be the result in the browser. I can show it. Here is the result in the browser. That's all for this tutorial. Best regards.